Hi, everyone. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Okay, let me get this set up. Oops. Oops. There, now I can see your comments. Okay, we'll just give everybody a chance to find me here. Let me look one more place. And we're live. Okay, let me move these papers around. So I'm so happy that you found me today. And for those who don't know who I am, I'm Lisa Jo Davis with Healing Light with Lisa Jo. But today's show is every Saturday live on Enlightened World Network. And that show that we're doing right now today is Healing Light Activations with Lisa Jo. So we're going to be cutting cords and releasing attachments. So this will help you heal by clearing your energy and cutting cords with Archangels Michael and Raphael. And then later I will be doing an Archangel activation as well. So if you're here, go ahead and let me know that you're here, and I will, if I don't see your messages or any of your comments right away, I definitely come in and answer those as well. And today is a very, very special day. So because like tomorrow is a full moon. So we're going to kind of tap into those energies of the full moon that's coming in tomorrow. But whether the full moon is here or not, this is still something that you can achieve on your own without having the full moon as well. So hi, Pat. How are you? Thank you for coming. Okay, I'm just trying to situate all the windows around so that I can see everything. Okay. So we'll give everybody another moment to catch me here. So if you're watching Enlightened World Network, they have over 1,000 different videos and podcasts that can assist you in a variety of different ways. There's many talented people on Enlightened World Network, and you can also find them online as well, and on YouTube, Apple Podcast, I think Spotfire, a whole bunch of different ways to listen to all of the other great teachers and meditations that they have that may be able to assist you in all different types of forms. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. As I was saying, it doesn't matter whether you're listening right now or whether you're listening in the future. All of this will still be, can be applied to your everyday life. It just so happens that tomorrow is a full moon in Leo, which has a lot of different type of energies, but you don't have to have a full moon to be able to connect with the archangels and do this cutting cords. And I'm going to be actually teaching and walking you through to do this. So if there is something, okay, so let me just say with this, because not everyone knows what cords are. Cords are developed at birth with our parents. They're with our siblings. They're with partners, spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, and even experiences. Hi, Claire. I'm glad you could make it. So cords are developed and, they're like little tubes. They look like little tubes that come out of us, and they form these attachments with different people, different places, and different experiences. So what I do want to say is you have worked, most likely you have worked these past few months overcoming challenges, failures, ups and downs, but now the hard work is about to pay off. Hi, Jill. Thank you for showing up. And again, cords are attachments that we have with our parents, siblings, partners, spouses, and even good and bad experiences. Hi, Serge. Hi, Jill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a method that Archangel Michael had shown me, and it really helped me a lot. So I decided to go ahead and share this with other people. I have clients all over the world, and you're probably wondering how I can connect all the way around the world when I'm just in Texas. So a lot of times I connect via Messenger or Zoom, and that allows me a face-to-face contact. But energy has an unseen method, right? And so it doesn't really matter where you live. It really doesn't, because I can connect to you in Australia, which I have people in Australia I've worked with, in Japan. I've worked with people in New Zealand, Ireland, England, all around the United States, and even Saudi Arabia. So if you ever want to work with me, that's never an issue as far as distance. It's just really great to be able to connect with people that are also on the computer as well. So today, you probably are wondering how you can clear your energy with Archangels Michael and Raphael. And we'll get that to you in just a moment. That's going to be in a few minutes. But I kind of like to address the full moon and the energies, because I know a lot of you do follow the full moon and things like that. So tomorrow, again, is the new moon is the full moon. I need to slow down. The full moon is in Leo. And what does that mean for the themes? This month's themes would be like your purpose, creativity, playfulness, love, fun, desire, childlike wonder, courage, leadership, and being optimistic. Leo is also ruled by the heart and the spine. And remember that your heart is the supreme ruler. And during this full moon, it connects with us and reminds us that it's not only okay to feel what is in our hearts, but it's important to bring it out into the world right now, especially through sacred self-expressions, which we're going to be doing today. And talking about the full moon, it's a great time right now to finalize plans, tie up some loose ends, which this is what we're going to be doing today, and doing this in a creative way, by doing this heart healing. The regal lion or lioness energy is in full effect for this new moon. I mean, this full moon. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on the new moon for some reason. And the lion and lioness energy wants us to roar. And what does that mean? It just means that you connect to yourself in a deeper way through your heart. You'll feel more inspired creatively, and you'll feel more of an authentic being of yourself. So we're going to be clearing blocks that we are currently feeling. So remember that you are the master of your emotions, even if it may not always feel that way. No situation or circumstances has the power to make you feel a certain way. And most of us have been taught to give our power away to circumstances, and we tend to believe that we can only feel good when something good happens to us. And I'm sure a lot of you know that that's not really a true statement. As far as if you feel bad, you're supposed to feel good, bad, right? So when you don't recognize that there is a difference, this will create a dangerous loop, because it is our emotional state that manifests our circumstances, not the other way around. Did you get that? Our emotional state is what manifests our circumstances, not the other way around. So again, it has to do with your heart and what you feel within your heart. So your real true power lies in mastering your emotions and therefore mastering your reality. So a little bit about Archangel Michael and Raphael. It's hard to feel sure of yourself when you do not feel safe. So Archangel Michael is the angel of protection. He carries with him a giant sword of light that can energetically cut you free of unhealthy situations. So ask him to surround you in a bubble of royal blue light so that you can feel safe all day. And Archangel Raphael is what I call the doctor or the physician of the archangel realm. He can heal your body of any ailment, and so that you can feel confident about your ability to do things that you want to do in life. And Raphael is also the matchmaking archangel. So if you lack the confidence that stems around from being lonely, he can help guide you to new friends in your life and perhaps even guide you to a romantic encounter. So what I would like you to do is take a moment and think about what it is that you would like to cut out or cut the cord of, right? So it could be a person, maybe you have an ex, right? That you're so over this person. It's been 10 years, but every time you think of this person, your heart rate goes up, not in a good way. Your blood pressure goes up, and, just maybe it was just a really hard experience for you. Maybe you had a car accident. I'm just going to throw some things out there. And every time you get in the car, you begin to hyperventilate, or just the thought of going somewhere in a vehicle just really terrifies you. So it really doesn't matter if it's a person or even an experience that you're trying to cut the cords of. And I will say from my own experience that even you can cut cords in even healthy relationships. It doesn't mean that when you cut these cords out of healthy relationships that they're going to be gone, forever gone. It just means when you cut a cord, it just kind of empties out, right? All the stuff that's kind of stagnant in there. And then once it's empty, then it will naturally reconnect. So these are things that would reconnect, like to your parents, siblings, spouse, partner, best friends. So sometimes we just need to clear or clean out those cords so that we have better communication and a better energy that comes between the two of us, or the two of a person, or even the experience. Okay, hi Noreen. So I'll give you a moment to think about what you would like to work on. And I'm going to walk you through this whole process. And this will allow you to actually experience it. And then if something else later comes up, like, wow, I should have done this, or I should have done that, or I should have made a different choice, you'll be able to still, watch the video, and you will be able to still go through the process of doing this. And this will be available on Aligned World Network or Healing Light with Lisa Jo, and also on the YouTube channels of Aligned World Network and Healing Light with Lisa Jo. So if you can't find it on Facebook, there's all different options to be able to review this video again. So I'm going to take a drink of water. So the way that Archangel Michael showed me was to give your experience or thinking of a person of the scale of 1 to 10. 10 would be, I'm just terrified, right? And it could be going beyond 10. I've had clients where they said, Lisa, Joe, it's past 10, it's like a 15. And 1 would be, I don't no issues here, right? It's a manageable number. So what I would like you to do is, before you start, you're going to kind of want either to write out your intentions of what you would like to cut. It could just be a name. It just could be, we'll use the auto, a trip in the automobile. It could be my ex, A, B, C, and D. And that would be his name or her name, A, B, C, D. But you would, try to make and close down to one either person or experience that you would like to cut the cords on. So one of the first things that you're going to need to do is make yourself in a safe place, right? So you're going to want to ground yourself. So what we'll do now, and I'll kind of teach you how to do that, is begin by taking a few deep breaths in. And as you release, you're going to release anything that's stuck, stagnant, or even blocked. And you're not going to do a fast breathing. You're just going to breathe normally with the intention of connecting with your heart and blowing out anything that may be causing you any kind of stresses, known or unknown, and kind of get into that place. We're going to ask you to surround yourself with the blue light of Archangel Michael's protection bubble. So you would just say, Archangel Michael, please come to me with your blue protective bubble, and then just say thank you. By doing this, you are giving him permission to come and assist you. And so we're going to also ask Archangel Raphael to please come within this blue bubble with us, with Archangel Michael. And we're going to ask Archangel Raphael to be with us as well. Now, Archangel Michael's energy, you may actually feel his energy. Some people can close their eyes and see colors. You may have just a sense of someone is here. For me, his energy is very masculine, very, I would say, powerful, but he's got a very strong presence, right? And in fact, it makes me heat up when his energy is around. And Archangel Raphael has a little bit of a different energy, and it's completely different. So, you may see green within your range of vision. You may see it with your eyes closed. And he has a little bit of a calmer type of energy than Michael does. So when we cut these cords, we will be cutting them with Archangel Michael's sword. And then when we cut the cord, what we will be doing is sending love and healing with Archangel Raphael to both sides of the cord. So the cord that you're cutting to the person or experience, and then your cord that you have will be sending love and healing there as well. So if you're ready, hopefully you've decided what type of experience or person that you would like this cord to be cut with. So I would like you to rate, before we get everything started, I would like you to rate your experience or this person. When you think of this experience or you think of this person, how does that make you feel? Are you anxious? Is it like an 8, 9, or a 10, or even higher? So go ahead and think of this person or this experience. And then you're going to rate it, giving it 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how it makes you feel when you see this person, or you think about this person, or you think about the experience that we're trying to cut the cord with. Okay. Now, with that purpose in mind of what you would like to cut, we're going to proceed now. So go ahead and take a deep breath in and releasing, centering within your heart. We ask Archangel Michael to come forward with his sword. And this sword can look any way that you imagine it. It can be blue like a lightsaber. It can be a shiny metal. It can be just any type of sword that you feel that you want to imagine or that you would like to see. So what we would do is ask Archangel Michael to come in and cut this cord between you and the person now. And so you can visualize or imagine him taking his sword and cutting the cord in between that experience or that person and you. And as it goes down through, we're asking Archangel Raphael to send healing and love to both ends of the cord. And we say thank you to Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, rate your experience for that person. So is it still a 10? Did it not move? Or did it go down to a 9 or an 8? You're the only one that can decide whether that number has gone down. So let's say from your experience, it went from a 10 to a 9. That's great, right? That's progress. So we're going to ask Archangel Michael to cut the cord again. But this time, what I would like you to do is put your hands on top of his hands. Help him cut this cord. There is where the real healing begins, right? This is where the healing begins. You are ready for this moment. You prayed for this moment, right? To be released. So imagine your hand, or maybe you actually see his hands. So place your hands on top of his, raise that cord and cut it. We're sending love to both ends with Archangel Raphael. And we thank them. Go to your heart space, take a breath in, release, and think of your number. Did your number go down, or is it the same? It really should be going down unless you were already past a 10. But as long as your number is going down, that's progress, and that's really what you want. So I would like you to do this again by placing your hands on his hands as he raises the sword. You ready? We're going to cut it, that cord again. We're going to cut it all the way through. Ask Archangel Raphael to send healing and love to both ends of that cord. And go ahead and rate your experience or the person that you are releasing. So hopefully this number is continuing down. Let's say you got it all the way down to a 6. That's good. Now, I will say in the past, I've cut cords for other people, and I've actually seen more than a cord. I've seen chains. I've seen rope, like real thick rope that you would use on a yacht or something. It's like really thick. It could be a pipe. I've seen all sorts of little things. So in this case, can you visualize what the cord looks like to you? Does it just look like a simple cord? Does it look like something that's made from rubber or wood or metal or a chain or a rope? What does it look like to you when you look at it? Let's say that it's a rope. So, and it's cutting it. Sometimes we need to change the tools that are in Archangel Michael's hands. So maybe you have giant scissors that you want to cut the cord with, right? That's perfectly fine. Let's say that you see like a cord, but it's made of wood. So get that chainsaw out, and whatever tool that you feel or that you're guided to use, go ahead and do that. So let's say that it's the rope and you want to try using giant scissors or a big hatchet. Let's go with a hatchet, right? So imagine the hatchet in Archangel Michael's hands. Your hands are with him. You bring up that hatchet and you slam it down on that rope and it cuts it. Sending love from Archangel Raphael to both ends for love and healing. Go into your heart as you tell them thank you. And then go ahead and rate your experience. So hopefully it's down past a 5 and it's continuing to go down. Now this time, Archangel Michael's going to be there, but you're actually going to be the one that does all the cutting. It may seem to be a little scary, but you're in his protective bubble. Remember, he's there. He is a protector, and Archangel Raphael is there. I'm here holding space for you as well, and your spiritual team is with you as well too. So whatever tool that you think that you need to use to cut through that cord, whether it's a rope, a cord, chain, go ahead and imagine that. Maybe yours is a chain. So get out the bolt, the bolt cutters, right? They go through metal. So, but this time you're going to do it all by yourself. Archangel Michael's going to give you the support that you need by being there, but you're actually going to do the cutting all by yourself. So raise up whatever method you have. So we're going to use, for this example, let's pretend that you see a chain. So we're going to take this bolt cutter and you're going to go ahead and cut the metal links and break away. And you would send love and healing to both sides. You go into your heart as you tell them thank you for their assistance. Take a deep breath. And as you release, is your number continually going down? So maybe it's at a 4 now. That's progress from it being a 10. So what I will say is you're going to keep repeating this process, right? Until you get down to a 0, 1, or a 2. Those are manageable numbers. So let's go ahead and do this cord cutting one more time. And each time you go in, maybe the cord changes, right? Maybe at first it was a cord and then it went to a rope, and maybe now it's a chain, or maybe it's always been a cord. So whatever you see is right for you and for the experience. So anytime that you come in to cut cords, the cord may actually look different depending on what you're cutting this cord from, whether it's a person or an experience. And what I will say that when you do cut these cords, it's kind of like an onion. The onion has many different layers, right? And let's say we get down to a 1 or a 2, which are manageable numbers. You're not hyperventilating. And you're like, yes, I did it. But then in 2 or 3 days, you get that same feeling that comes back. It doesn't mean you haven't done the work, my friend. It just means it's something that's embedded deep inside of you. And this may take a few different times, different processes to do this, to allow you to have the freedom and to feel relief. So don't be discouraged if you feel really great today and you get it down to a 1 or even a 0, and then maybe tomorrow or next week something you see or hear and or think, and then automatically you're kind of up at a 10 again. You would just come back in and do all the same processes that I have taught you, and it will work as you go through layer and layer. It will go away. I've had clients that, without saying anybody's name, the mention of a name just sent them off the edge. They would literally cry, would be really upset, and was at times, sometimes it would be hard to function. But when I taught this process to this person, that person was able to use this over and over. And now whenever that person hears that name, they can actually smile and say, it doesn't bother me to even hear or even say that name or that experience. So, and they're just like, I just can't believe how much better I feel. So please don't get discouraged. You may be one of the ones that, maybe you've done a lot of your own self-care. Maybe you've seen counselors, or, you've had therapy and stuff like that. And all of that is really good and healthy for you. But sometimes it just something lingers on. So this may be another step that you can do to help yourself heal. And like I'm going back to the onion again. So just don't get discouraged if you're doing this work and you feel really good today, and then later down the road it comes and happens again. Just repeat the process, and just do it as many times as you feel comfortable for a short session. And from when you bring that number from a 10 down to a 1 or a 0, and then maybe that's all that you have to do. And maybe in a couple months it comes back again, and you would just repeat the same process. I hope that makes sense to you. So let's do this one more time. And you're going to do it by yourself. You may take Archangel Michael's sword. It could look like a lightsaber. It can look like anything that you want. So go ahead. And we're going to cut this cord one more time. So we're bringing in, we've already brought in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, and you're still in the bubble, right? So imagine this cord being in front of you, whatever shape or form that it is in front of you. Pick a tool, either a sword, a hatchet, scissors, a chainsaw, whatever it is that you feel like would help you cut that cord. So when you're ready, bring that sword up and go ahead and cut that cord, sending love to both ends, yourself and to the other person or experience. Thank Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, and go to your heart. Take a breath in, and as you release, think of your number. Again, if you're at a 0 or a 1 or a 2, those are very manageable numbers. If you started at a 10 and now you're down to a 4, just do it until you get down to a 0, 1, or a 2. And after you're all done, and you feel satisfied, you would want to thank your spiritual team for being there, our creator for being there, because they are always there. And you want to thank your higher self, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, for assisting you today. And one of the other things that you're going to want to do is stay hydrated as you drink water and do all the processes. The water helps process these energies, right? There was something else I was going to say and kind of left that for some reason. Oh yeah, that's right. An attunement. I didn't plan on doing an attunement for you guys, but there's two things I wanted to show you. And the first is, this is the seal of, let me move this screen. Hopefully you guys can see this. This is the symbol for Archangel Seal of Protection, right? So you can either draw it on paper, you can air draw it like this on your house, your front doors, your windows, your cars, people, your children, their backpacks, to give you that added protection as well. So what I would like you to do is either open your eyes or have them closed as you focus within your heart space. So what I would like you to do is focus in on your heart area. It is commanded to send the Archangel attunement of embracing your uniqueness as you shine your light. Now you may feel these energies coming down through you. You may feel them on either side of you. So however you are feeling it or seeing it, allow this energy to flow through and make its way down to your feet. If you feel like the energy has got stuck into one certain area, just move your body around a little bit to allow this energy to move through you. If you feel like it's kind of stuck in your heart area, for whatever reason, go ahead and tap the heart area. By tapping, it allows your body to kind of wake up and go, oh, there's something that's coming in. So just allow that process to come through. And so I'll let those energies run through you. And one of the things I wanted to say is when you do healing, it's really a great time. It's really a great time today and tomorrow to do playfulness things, creative pursuits, maybe dancing, talking to your friends, spending time with them. If weather is permitting, allow yourself to go for a walk in nature. Nature tends to soothe us down. The trees will help with the emotions. If you have a tree in the backyard, you could go lean up against the tree to allow it to give you that added support as well. So these energies are still moving down through you. All righty, I would like you to go ahead and thank Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael for being here as well. And like I said, if you want to make a comment about the process that we just went through, you can go ahead and write it out and either send it to me privately, or you could write it down in the comments. And I do read every comment, so I would be more than happy to answer you back. So tell me, how are you feeling through this process? Did it seem to work for you? Is this something that you feel like you could do again for yourself? So if during this process, if your electricity got knocked out due to all these ice storms and weather that we've been having, it will still work for you. All you have to do is come back and hit replay, listen to it as many times as you can. So it's just a really good process to go through when you kind of get hung up with experiences. And this could also be if you fell and hurt yourself. Faye says she slipped in her wrist. So if you could use that with that process, there's a lot of trauma that goes into when you fall. I know from personal experiences. I know I'm just almost in March, it'll be a year ago that I broke my leg and have a titanium plate that is in there right now. So there is a lot of trauma that goes like, why did I fall? I'm so silly. And you can really beat yourself up, when you do things that you're not so careful about, and then you end up getting hurt and stuff. And, sometimes it's just one of those things and you kind of have to go through it. But there can be trauma even with those kind of things that have happened to you. So I would encourage you to use this method in those incidents where you have an experience that you want to kind of get rid of, or you've been there, done that, and you're tired of thinking about, you're tired of being on that merry-go-round where it's like that endless loop that just keeps repeating. So thank you for being here for yourself and for showing up for me and giving me support by being here as well. If you would like to work with me privately, you can contact me with Healing Light with Lisa Jo. That is on Facebook. I also have a website, lisajodavis.com. If you are looking for the replay in the video, you can find it on YouTube under Aligned World Network, which you can subscribe free to, and also my channel, which is Healing Light with Lisa Jo, and you can subscribe free there. All of my videos are kind of lumped together on my page, so you can access this one, or you can access any of the other ones that I have done. So thank you again for showing up. I hope the day is beautiful for you and you have an amazing weekend. So thank you again for showing up, and we'll talk to you later next week live.